Picture this: a woman, haunted by terrifying nightmares every night, waking up in cold sweats, feeling a presence she couldn't see but knew was there. No amount of rational thinking or comfort from friends seemed to ease her fears. But everything changed when she began reciting one Bible verse every night. That one verse became a shield, a powerful weapon against unseen darkness. Want to know which verse and two more like it that can paralyze even the darkest forces? Keep watching. The Bible is not just a collection of ancient writings, it is a spiritual arsenal. Within its verses lie weapons that believers throughout history have wielded against the forces of darkness. Today we're going to delve into 3 specific Bible verses that are believed to paralyze demons, strip them of their power, and provide a shield of divine protection for those who believe. These verses are more than words. They are spiritual declarations with the power to shift atmospheres, bring peace to the tormented, and provide strength to those in battle. Whether you're seeking protection, deliverance, or just want to stand strong in the face of evil, these verses will empower you to stand boldly in faith. Let's uncover the first of these powerful verses. Verse 1, James 4:7. Submit yourselves then to God. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you. At first glance, this verse may appear simple, but its power lies in its command and promise. To submit to God means to place your full trust and allegiance in Him, to yield your life entirely to His will and authority. It's the ultimate act of surrender, acknowledging that God's power is greater than anything the enemy can bring against you. When the verse says, resist the devil, it calls believers to actively stand firm and push back against evil. But it doesn't stop there. The promise is this: He will flee from you. Imagine that, demonic forces running in terror. There are countless testimonies of people using this verse in moments of fear, anxiety, or spiritual attacks. They submit their hearts to God, declare their resistance against the evil one, and experience immediate relief. It's as though the darkness cannot stand in the presence of such faith. In spiritual warfare, submission to God is the prerequisite for victory, and this verse is a powerful reminder that believers are not fighting alone. God fights alongside them. Verse 2, 2 Timothy 1:7. For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. This verse is a declaration of identity, an unveiling of what God has placed within believers and what He has not. Fear is often a weapon used by demonic forces: fear of the unknown, fear of failure, fear of rejection, or even fear of spiritual attack. But here, Paul reminds Timothy, and us, that fear is not from God. Instead, God has given His children power, love, and a sound mind. Historical records from the early church and personal testimonies from believers today tell stories of people confronting great darkness by declaring this verse. They feel the oppressive weight of fear lifted as they remind themselves and the enemy that they are filled with divine power, love that casts out fear, and clarity of mind. This verse fortifies believers against lies and confusion, allowing them to stand boldly even when darkness seeks to consume them. When spoken aloud in faith, it becomes a declaration that paralyzes the power of fear and any demonic influence seeking to use it. Verse 3, Psalm 91:11. For He will command His angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. This verse comes from one of the most powerful passages of protection in the Bible, often referred to as the Psalm of Protection. Throughout history, it has been used by soldiers going into battle, missionaries venturing into dangerous territories, and everyday believers seeking divine safety. To know that God commands His angels to guard us is a profound assurance that we are never alone in our struggles. The verse highlights God's proactive protection. It is not passive. He commands His angels to act on behalf of those who trust Him. Stories abound of people experiencing miraculous escapes from danger, sensing a powerful protective presence in moments of terror, and overcoming spiritual attacks when invoking the promises of Psalm 91. The reminder that God's angels are commanded to protect His people can paralyze demonic forces, making them powerless in their attempts to harm or lead astray. This verse is a shield, one believers can cling to in any situation where they feel vulnerable. These 3 Bible verses, James 4:7, 2 Timothy 1:7, and Psalm 91:11, are not just words to be read. They are weapons to be wielded in the battle against darkness. Each one carries a promise of protection, power, and divine intervention. In spiritual warfare, faith-filled declarations can shift realities, paralyze the forces of evil, and remind believers of the incredible power that resides in them through Christ. So, when darkness seems overwhelming, stand firm, speak these verses with authority, and watch as fear flees, hope rises, and divine light breaks through. Which of these verses spoke to you the most today? Share your thoughts and experiences below. And remember, the battle belongs to the Lord, but the victory is yours to declare.